Hello, you might have seen a post I made recently about the time I was presented with a magnificent cock. It was a pottery cockerel that listeners to my radio show had found in Fuengirola. And they saw this magnificent cock and immediately thought of me. I've no idea why, but they did. And the other day, blow me down, cockerels were back in the news again. There was a report in the papers about an urban cockerel who was crowing every morning and annoying all the neighbours to the extent that his owners were about to be severely fined. And it reminded me of the little cockerel that we had when I was a boy. Other children begged their mums and dads for a kitten or a puppy or a rabbit, but I begged for some hens to go in the back garden. And we got a few chicks, and we ended up with 5 hens and the 1 cockerel, and they were bantams, so they were quite small. And sure enough, when he grew up, he started to crow every morning at about 5:30. And before the neighbours could complain, Dad and I took him to the vet. And that was a fascinating thing to see, because the vet put him up onto the counter and did a little nick in the back of his neck and inserted a little tablet, and it dissolved into his bloodstream and withered away his lower bits. And that stopped him crowing. But he thought he could still crow. So afterwards, instead of going every morning, he went and that was all the sound he could make, a little and the neighbours didn't hear this, they didn't mind this at all. He thought he could still service the ladies though, so he still used to do the necessary, but he wasn't actually doing anything. He outlived all the hens, so we gave him, so that he wouldn't be lonely, to some other people who had chickens, and they were full size, so he was smaller than all the girls he was bossing about, but he continued to boss them about just the same way. I visited him occasionally from then on, and he was called Snowy, by the way, because he was white, named by me with a pathetic lack of imagination and invention, I think you'll agree, even for a 7-year-old.